The world's oldest international institution with over 2,000 years of recorded history. Catholicism, the largest Christian church in the world, one of the most influential and culturally impactful religious bodies in the Western world. In Scotland, where the Catholic Church has been established for 1,000 years, has played a prominent role in shaping the country's culture and social attitudes. However, in this new age of online interaction, instantaneous gratification, and alternate paths of spirituality, the Catholic Church has consistently and increasingly struggled with reaching out to the younger generations. In light of this, how does the Catholic Church reach out to the younger generations, and how does it take advantage of emerging technology to pass their beliefs on to the future?
I think the main message that I would want to pass on to people is that God loves them. If God loves them, they're worth being loved. My name's Stephen. I'm the parish priest at here, St Crivix. And apart from that, I look after another church, St Anne's. I'm a chaplain at the primary school, St Ninians, chaplain at the secondary school, Queen Margaret, and I'm part of a chaplaincy team at University of Western Scotland. I wanted to be a priest when I was 11 because a priest came and talked to the primary school. And at that time, you would go to seminary at 11 years old. But I didn't. I put it off, and in the end, the interest was always there, but I didn't become a priest until I was 36. I was a slow learner. Primary schools tend to have more of a direct link with the local church. So this is the church that most of the kids would go to, and they're young enough to be brought by their parents. So we have something in common, and it's easier to relate to them. As kids get older, they become more reluctant to be dragged to church by parents. So you don't have that in common, so you have to start where they are. And teenagers tend to have more questions. Kids today aren't fobbed off with answers from a book. There are very few teenagers who would come to church. So you have to find other ways of reaching out to them. We've got a web space, and we use Facebook, and that was about the limit of my technological know-how. When very few people were able to come into the church, we started streaming services, and I started making videos. They would be quite often cartoons or things with special effects that the kids would enjoy watching. It was trying to make things that the kids would like to watch that may have a message in it for them somehow, rather than starting with the message. The number of people coming to church generally has declined. It falls off about 1% a year, I think. The number of young people coming has fallen off even more quickly. Young families would come as a family, but with a couple of years not coming to church because they couldn't, they found other things to do with their Sunday mornings, and they've become involved, got committed, fallen out of a routine. Teenagers have always been scarce in churches. So this is the upper room, it's called. Very scriptural. It was intended to be a youth hub, which is why we've got the soft furnishings in, but it never really got developed. When we do have youth groups in, we use this as a kind of lunch room, so we can separate a play area or a relaxation area, the church where they pray, and then the hall where they do their activities as well.
My religion is all about just hope of my life having a purpose, the ethos and the morality that I live my life behind. My name is Sam. I'm a student here at the RCS, and I am a Christian. Yeah, so the Christian Union here is pretty much just a group of Christian believers that meet once a week and just talk about things going on. We're able to pray for each other and have good fellowship and talk about the Bible. And then they have like a Facebook and an Instagram page. They use the Instagram page mostly, and that's just there to remind people about the events and the meetings and things like that. I think there's a big void of what churches could be doing to connect with the younger generation of younger millennials or Gen Z or whatever you want to say. I think there could be just more effort in it, for sure. I think using social media, being where they are, talking with them and just connecting with them even in person It's just, there's not enough being done. How does Christianity play into my day-to-day life? I mean, I try to live my life, the Bible talks about in all things you do with excellence. If anyone looks at my life, I want them to see someone that is, doing well and being kind and being loving to anyone and everyone, because that's what I preach, right? I want to, what people say, practice what you preach. There are challenges because it's not normal anymore. Religion used to be very normal, and it would be much easier for me. And I'm not complaining or anything, but it's just not the culture anymore in Scotland. So with that, I know that my lifestyle might be different from most of the people that I come across. And I've learned to accept that, and I'm okay with that. Use that as a motivation, that I am different, and embracing the difference and trying to show the world like, hey, this is a difference, but it's a good difference.
Younger generations in 21st century Scotland are drifting away from the Catholic Church more than ever before. However, we can see that those who preach their faith and the young people who choose to practice it believe that there is still a way to reach out to others and approach them where they are in their lives. From both sides, the mutual understanding that more can be done to better reach the level of which young people can be approached with the use of social media and the offering of space for them to socialise and open up on the subject of faith may very well be the solution for the older generation connecting with the young and truly carrying forth the Catholic faith into the future.